You know, I saw this article today by Android Central, and I thought this is a perfect thing for this to happen. So let's go and talk about it. So Oppo's obviously created their Oppo's Find and 5G, one of the most popular phones, foldable phones of 2021. Now, this was strictly released in China, and it's a little bit more challenging to get this, especially internationally, because it did not ship it out internationally. With that being said, though, there's still millions of people who want to pick this phone up, buy this phone, and actually go ahead and own it. Now, because of that, Oppo's clearly saw that is some demand for these foldable phones. And with their creaseless display and kind of overall better experience than the Galaxy Z Fold 3, everybody is now interested to see what's next, what's moving forward, what's going to happen. Well, according to this report, in some time of quarter of 2022, we're going to see two more cell phones from Oppo's. Now, I said personally, I do not believe Oppo's should make the Find 5G 2 just yet. I think they should wait to see what Samsung does, wait to see what Samsung has created, and then kind of bounce off of that ideas and then put out a product. But based on what this article says, they've already started working on the second iteration of the Find and 5G, and now they are going for another Samsung product here, and they are trying to make an affordable Galaxy Z Flip 3's clone. So it might be like a I don't know, like a Oppo's Find and Flip 5G or something like that. It could definitely be a name system like that. But yes, they are looking to make a flippable cell phone. Now, this is not the first time a company has done this. Obviously, Huawei has made foldable cell phones and then flippable cell phones now. So this is just a pretty much common practice. A lot of people now are just going strictly what Samsung has. Samsung obviously has, the fold and flip. So everyone else now is trying to copy that concept. Now, Oppo did go ahead again, like I said before, create a very successful foldable phone. So that's really good for them. It's possible they could create a very successful flippable phone. Now, when it says affordable price, you got to keep in mind that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is $1,700, $1,800. The Oppo's Find and 5G is $1,200. So that's $600 less. Now, would their version of the Flip 3 be $600 less than the version out there right now? So will this phone be $400? Most likely not. My guess would be if they do create a flippable phone and it's a affordable one, it would probably be somewhere in the ballpark of $500-$600, which, to be honest, for a flippable phone would be absolutely amazing. Now, my hope and my assumption is what they're going to do is they're going to take the Z Flip 3 and they're going to combine that concept but use the Motorola's version of their flippable phones and kind of put one together where you have a gigantic outside display of the Flip 3 while still having the Flip 3's design, beauty, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, what they're going to do. Again, like I said, this is all speculation. This is all assumptions. But I kind of feel like they're going to try to make some kind of concept like that where they make more or less just a flippable phone that it has an outside display that is absolutely humongous. So this is another flippable phone that we looked at recently. As you guys can see, it has gigantic outside cameras. And again, like I said, some interest me when it comes to flippable phones. There's a lot on the market now. I feel like every other day we're seeing a flippable, foldable phone. But what I will say is this, right? Actually, is this? No, this is not a flippable phone. Never mind. This is actually a real phone. There is a flippable phone that looks exactly like that. But what interests me is this, right? Because the biggest issue with the Z Flip 3 right now at this moment is the fact that it does have that crease down the middle. Nobody likes that crease down the middle. Everyone gets upset about it. Everyone says how bad it is. Everyone is the biggest critic of that one thing. There's two things wrong with the Z Flip 3. Battery and that crease. Now, Oppo's had created technology to avoid having that crease when it comes to the Find and 5G. And they can make it so that there's no crease on their new flippable phone. That would completely change the ball game. That would make a lot of people happy, first off. But second off is that battery too. That battery is really everything. if anything, I say the battery is more of a concern to people than the crease down the middle. There's a lot of people I've known and I've seen online say that they literally cannot use the Flip 3 as a daily driver. They love the device, but they simply cannot use it because of the fact it cannot get through a whole entire day's of battery. Also, by the way, shout out to Babu Mohan who posted this article, but I simply can't get through a whole entire day with that battery, which, to be honest, is really, really bad. And at the same time, it's kind of scary because, again, like I said, your foldable phone, or whatever your phone is, whatever it's flagship phone, foldable phone, flippable phone. I mean, these are literally mini computers, but also they're, SMS devices. These are things that protect you, keep you safe, keep you in contact with everything going on. And if your phone dies and it keeps dying because it's not, reliable with battery, it's really honestly scary. So overall wise, I'm interested to see how this ends up going. I'm really interested in how this ends up going, because if they do start doing a yearly cycle of this phone, these phones, flip and fold versions of these phones, I think this could really, really change the ball game when it comes to Samsung. Obviously, Samsung is still going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry company, and obviously Samsung still controls everything. But if Oppo's can actually make a name for themselves and really fight back, I mean, we could be talking about a underdog story in a way of a company going from nothing to this amazing, tech giant versus another tech giant. Now, obviously, they had to eventually ship internationally in order for that to happen. Will they do that? That's still a question. They still probably don't want to compete with Samsung, so they're strictly in China. There's a whole lot of questions going on. And another thing that's going to happen, I'm telling you this right now, this is just how the market works, how economics works, is Samsung has already probably reached out to them. Whenever there's a monopoly, the easiest way to control a monopoly and continue doing a monopoly is if anyone competes with you, you buy out their company. So I guarantee you right now, Samsung is either already trying to work with a partnership, or they're just all out trying to buy out Oppo's completely. And, it kind of does suck, but this is how monopolies work, and this is how it's really hard to go against a monopoly, because I like to think back to the Kraft mac and cheese. Kraft mac and cheese, right? Kraft is like the biggest company, right? That company, what Kraft mac and cheese did, was they bought out all the other smaller companies that were going against them. The reason why you do that is because, for example, this phone is $1,200. The Z Flip or Z Fold 3 is, $1,800. If Samsung wants to sell the Z Fold 3, but this phone right here goes international, and that's going to compete with them, and they don't want to lower the price. So instead of lowering the price down a little bit of notches and just selling it for less, it's in their best interest, or what they would be their best interest, to just simply buy out that company. Take out that company, get them out of there, don't have them as competition, and then you can sell your phone whatever you want to sell for. Because let's say, for example, the Find 5G comes out this August, right? The second version comes out in August, and it's absolutely amazing. It's one of the best phones we've ever seen in the market, and it's just absolutely insanity. Well, if that's the case, then obviously the Z Fold 4 will come out. And yes, at the same time, I still believe Samsung is not going to care because this is not an international phone. But let's say this was an international phone, the Find 5G 2. That instantly is going to make Samsung be like, oh, okay, time out. We're going to have to lower our prices a tad bit. We're going to have to make it more, comparable with this phone. And let's say that phone comes out as has all the bells and whistles that the Z Fold 4 has. Now it's competition. And how business works is businesses do not like competition. I know everyone's like, oh, well, Microsoft and Samsung respect each other. They respect each other, but they do not like each other. Trust me, if Samsung had a chance to get Microsoft off the map when it comes to the foldable phone industry, they would do it within a split second, because no one wants anyone else competing for their money. Let's be honest, that's how business works. So because of that, again, like I said, I'm expecting Oppo's sometime soon, or maybe in the future, we see them get bought out by Samsung. But at this moment in time, they are strictly China, so I think Samsung doesn't really see them as a competitor. But with that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe button down below. If you are new here, make sure you check out the other videos. We talk about flippable phones, all types of stuff on this channel every single day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.